When strangers stop you to compliment you on your hair, you know you've done it right. This hair is 6 weeks old. Most of the time I'm running around with no makeup on, fraught, because I'm rushing from one thing to another. And on one of these fraught days, this guy stops me in the middle of the street and he went, "Wow, I love your hair. I just had to tell you." And you know, the British aren't really sort of out there with all the compliments and stuff. So I'm just like, oh, whoa, that's amazing. I mean, when people are stopping you to tell you your hair is beautiful, you know that that hair is stunning, right? And it wasn't just him, you know, so many people have just sort of said, "Oh, wow, I love it." This guy came up to me and went, "Oh, I know it's not allowed, but I'd love to touch your hair." He went, "It's beautiful." Now, I don't think it's just the fact of the curls. I think that what actually makes this hair stand out is the combination of the curl and the color, because this color is unique to the ZOE Scrunch Curls collection. It blends right in with my natural hair, so no one has been able to tell that this is not my hair. So many compliments. I mean, just the last one before I get into the main video, because actually I did this bit afterwards. It wasn't supposed to be part of the video, but hey, I just thought you have to know this. One lady even took a photo of me with her mixed race daughter. Seriously, the height of compliments, huh? This is the ZOE Scrunch Curl by Wiget.co.uk. And this is after having worn the hair for 6 weeks and not looking after it at all. Welcome to my channel. Now, I don't know if you remember this. I used the ZOE Scrunch Curls by Wiget last summer and I absolutely loved it. They have a new colour in ZOE and I just had to try it. The colour I have here is the dark chocolate. It looks as though it's black, but it's not. It's like the darkest type of brown, but then it finishes with a slightly lighter tip. I'm not a black fan. You know, you won't have seen me wearing too many black wigs, but this has a depth of colour which I think will be unique. So here goes. I'm going to be installing this hair here. And I will let you know how many packs I need and just look for how it finishes. Curls are all individually separated. So if you want to just install them like that, you can. However, I always separate out the curls because I like the most natural look. Now the way it's made has got this type of, it looks like it's got a coating on there. No need to be vinegar washing this hair or anything. Let's just start. See you at the end of pack 1. I've just completed 1 pack of hair. I love these because there's always a lot of hair inside each pack. So that's always important, isn't it? Value for money. I am loving the colour. Can you see? Can you see the two-tone? I'm so excited for this to be finished. And this is the second pack of hair done. And the third pack of hair. You can see how lovely and full it is looking. It's blending in so well with my natural hair. The colour is spot on. It's silly o'clock now, so I'm going to finish the rest of this tomorrow. As you can see, I'm not in the same location anymore. In fact, 2 weeks have passed since I actually did that first clip and I finished installing. I just have not had the time to be able to film the last stages. But as you can see, this is the finished look in all its glory. I absolutely love it. I loved Zoe when the first time I installed it. I love Zoe the second time I've installed it. Yes, it just has such a natural vibe, and I have had so many compliments. So many. Now I opted this time, a little bit like last time, but I think even more so this time, I opted for a very full look. I only used just over 3 packets of hair, and I separated out the strands in order to give me this very fluffy and yet still, can you see the definition? Still defined, but a much more fluffier, voluminous look. It blends so well with my natural hair that people just cannot tell that it's not mine. The thing I like the most, apart from the curl pattern, which I absolutely adore, but this particular look, and I don't know whether you can see it in the sunshine. Oh yeah, you can. Can you see it? As the rays of sunshine catch the hair, it is dark at the base and it has these slightly, you could almost say sun-bleached tips. It is so gorgeous, so subtly classic. As you would have seen from the clips, I do not wear silk scarves or anything like that to bed. The hair doesn't get matted or tangled, and it's easy to detangle with a bit of water, and it just stays like this. And the thing I like the most is just the movement. It's got bounce, it's got volume, it's not stiff.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
You don't have to have the hair this big. If you don't separate out the curls, obviously the curls will be more defined and it will be less voluminous. But I really wanted to have this Diana Ross, Tracy Ellis type of look. I wanted to go big is beautiful, and this hair allows me to do that. And the texture of the hair is fairly soft for, you know, synthetic fiber. It is a high temperature fiber. If I wanted to, I can do other stuff with it with hot water, but who would do that? Now I have just gone for a quick and dirty install just before my holidays so that I could have a hair care free holiday experience. Does that make sense? I think that this length works well for me. All in all, I really like this hair. I find it really versatile. The curls are really realistic looking. I love this color. I think even here you can begin to see the ombre effect that it has, you know. I like the fact that it can blend in really well with your own hair, you know. There is just really one thing that I noticed with this color that I chose as opposed to the color that I had before, is that, I don't know if I can find any bits for you. Now when I'm looking for it, I won't find it, will I? Anyway, I'll explain. In order to create these curls, which are slightly different from other curls that are similar to this, they've got like a, how can I put it, like a cast on the hair, which effectively when you separate the hair, you break the cast. Do you know what I mean by cast? You know when you put like mousse on a curl and you sort of put your hair up in a curler and then you have to break the curl, you break whatever the product is that is on the outside of that curl, which is holding the curl in place. So this hair has product on it to keep it looking as beautiful as it is in the packet. And when you separate out the curls, you break the cast. In some packets I've noticed that there was more product on there, which meant that not all of the product actually disappeared, and it sort of just, or maybe there you are. Can you see that? Can you see this dot here? Yeah, so that's a little bit of product that has remained on the strand. It's like a wax or something. And over time, that product does actually fall out of the hair. But at the beginning, and for some packets it was a little bit worse than others, there was quite a bit of product buildup that was left on the strands, which it's sort of come out over time. So that was the only negative that I found. I didn't notice it with the T1B27. I've used the T427. I think it's particularly noticeable on the dark products. That is something you have to bear in mind. If I'm weighing up which hair do I use, yeah, there are loads of products that can give me curls similar to this, undoubtedly. Do they have the same colors? This is definitely a unique feature of ZOE. The colors, I love the way that it lasts and lasts, and I like the fact that the curls are easily maintained with water. I will definitely continue to use ZOE. And this is the other way I've been wearing this hair. And again, this has drawn so many compliments because people have thought it is my natural hair, especially when I cut it to this length. I was a little concerned about that little drawback, but no problems whatsoever. In the end, made not the slightest bit of difference. So these are my thoughts on ZOE. I'm going back to my holiday, and let me know if you try it and what you think of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on my next review.